Good morning, boys and girls. Today is Tuesday, March 8, 2022. We will be concluding our lessons on the Industrial Revolution, Manifest Destiny, and Westward Expansion. Today we are going to do an activity about the cotton gin and its interaction with slavery. So we're going to read a passage first and then work on an activity. So let's go ahead and get started. The cotton gin and slavery. Slavery in America had become an unpopular institution by the 1790s. Northern states had abolished slavery by court action or by law. Even the southern states had made it easier for owners to free slaves. The main use for slaves at this time was tobacco production, but the crop was hard on the soil. Many people, including George Washington, thought that slavery would end in the near future because it was not profitable. Cotton production had not yet become widespread. In the South, there were two varieties of cotton, upland and sea island cotton. Sea island cotton had the longest fibers and was the easiest to clean, remove the seeds. However, it only grew well in the sea islands of South Carolina and Georgia. Upland cotton could be grown in many areas of the South, but the seeds were very hard to untangle from the cotton ball, the white, fully fibers. Eli Whitney was an inventor from New England who had worked his way through Yale by fixing the college's equipment. He was working on a southern plantation as a tutor when he learned of the difficulty the farmers were having with cleaning cotton. If a way could be devised to remove the seeds from the cotton, southern farmers could become more productive. Whitney began working on a machine. Whitney's machine was called a cotton gin. The word gin came from the word engine. It was a box with a hand-cranked cylinder that fed the cotton through narrow slots, wide enough for the cotton, but too narrow for the seeds. The seeds dropped to the bottom and out of the way. Other types of cotton gins had been around for years, but this was the first one to work on the short fiber upland cotton. With this hand-crank machine, one person could produce 50 pounds of clean cotton in one day. This might have taken months to do beforehand. Cotton gins, run by horsepower or steam power, soon increased production even more. Whitney received a patent for his machine in 1794. However, imitators quickly made their own versions of the machine, so he did not make much money from the invention. The impact of the cotton market was incredible. In 1792, the United States had produced 10,000 bales of cotton. By 1825, the year Whitney died, the cotton states produced 533,000 bales. When Samuel Slater and others in New England set up cotton mills, they now had the means to process the fibers more easily, turn the fibers into cloth, and distribute a finished product to a world market that desired cotton. There were also negative consequences. Expansion of cotton production required more workers. This created a new demand for slave labor, and the price of slaves shot up. Now, the South would never voluntarily agree to give up such a large and valuable pool of workers. Large plantation owners sought to maintain the source of their wealth, cotton, slaves, and all laws regarding slavery.